Lesson 3.5, Solving Inequalities by Using Multiplication and Division. You need to remember that you need to change the direction of the inequality sign when multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Remember the rules you learned from multiplying and dividing integers. When you multiply or divide any number by a positive number, it doesn't change the sign of the number. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, it always changes the number to its opposite. So to show that opposite relationship in an inequality, we reverse the inequality symbol. Again, when it's a positive number times a positive number, it doesn't change the sign. But when you take a positive number and you multiply by a negative number, it now changes the sign to its opposite. Multiplication property of inequality says that when you multiply each side of an inequality by a positive number, it produces an equivalent inequality. But when you multiply each side of an inequality by a negative number, it reverses the direction of the inequality symbol. That's important, to produce an equivalent inequality. Let's look at an example to give you a better understanding. You have m divided by negative 4 is greater than 2. Just like a one-step problem, to get rid of m dividing by negative 4, you would multiply both sides by negative 4. The only difference is that now that you multiplied, right here, we multiplied by a negative 4. That means I reverse the inequality. I flip it. So instead of greater than, it becomes less than. Negative 4 is crossed out. You're left with m is less than negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. And that's your answer. Go ahead and try these problems. Try to solve it just like an one-step equation, except remember to, if you actually are physically multiplying or moving to both sides a negative number, then you flip the inequality symbol. Pause the video and solve 1 and 2. For number 1, to get rid of dividing by 5, you multiply both sides by 5. 5's cancel out, t equals 15. But the symbol in between stays the less than symbol because the number that you were multiplying by, this 5, was positive. Number 2, b divided by negative 8, think of it as an equal sign, is 1. You multiply by negative 8 to both sides to get rid of the division. b, don't put the equal sign, you need inequality, negative 8. Because you multiplied both sides by a negative, that's what I moved, the inequality symbol flips to greater than or equal to. Division property of inequality is very similar, that when you divide each side by a positive number, it produces an equivalent inequality. But when you divide each side by a negative number, you have to reverse the direction of the inequality symbol to produce an equivalent inequality. Let's look at an example of this one. Remember, think of it as a one-step problem and just add in the inequality symbol at the end. Negative 11 times t. To get rid of negative 11 that's being multiplied, you divide each side by negative 11. These cancel out to be 1. 33 divided by negative 11 is negative 3. But because I physically divided by a negative, has nothing to do with the 33, it has what's dividing by both sides, I flip the inequality symbol. Please pause the video and try numbers 3 and 4. For number 3, here's the y, gotta get rid of 4 by dividing each side by 4. Y, 36 divided by 4 is 9. I divided by a positive, so it stays the same. Number 4, there's the x. You gotta get rid of negative 3 that's being multiplied, so divide by negative 3 on both sides. That crosses out. This is a negative 4, and the inequality symbol flips. I'm going to give you one more example just to make sure that you understand. In this example, call it number 5. Please try this problem on your paper. Pause the video. You have 4 times y in number 5. Divide both sides by 4. Y, negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4. Now, does the inequality symbol flip or not? Does it reverse the direction? Well, look at what you multiplied each side by. Both sides were dividing by a positive 4. It does not flip. Okay? Even though this 16 up here was negative, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with what you were physically moving to the other side, what you were dividing each side by or multiplying each side by. You can graph these inequalities just like we did in 3.4. Remember, the way I like to do it is I just put the number, y is my arrow, y is less than, and it is closed. For number 4, negative 4, it's open, x is less than, so it goes left. Left is less. And for number 5, I'll just do this one too, negative 4, y is less than, and it is closed.